We're going to play a little bit of musical chairs right now as we get our next guest here at the news desk. I think we're just about ready. Now joined by Mr. Riggs Eckelberry. He's the CEO of OriginClear. OCLN's their stock symbol. Riggs, welcome back to the show.
It's a pleasure to be back.
Now, the last time we spoke to you was by phone. You were in Miami at a Bitcoin convention, cryptocurrency convention. You were pretty excited. We've got some footage of the event while you're telling me about how exciting it was.
Well, it was crazy. You know, I think there were about 5 Lamborghinis outside, and I heard a rumor that there was some kind of crazy strippers thing, which I never saw. And, you know, it was this craziness that is developing, it's full roar now, around the whole blockchain thing. Pretty amazing what's going on.
Well, when Lamborghinis show up, you know that the industry space has a measure of credibility. You kind of think of Comic-Con in San Diego. It used to be a bunch of guys selling comic books. Now it's a full blown out affair with their share of Lamborghinis.
Exactly.
But that's really the sign that things are starting to have credibility.
Exactly right. And in fact, we just heard yesterday that Japan's largest bank is engaging in a cryptocurrency activity. So that is meaningful.
Now, you've got a blockchain cryptocurrency announcement of your own. You were very careful last time we had you on to disclaim that they're not necessarily going to mean that, but I guess it does mean something. Tell us what you got going.
Yes. We have, as you know, Don, we are a technology company. We're inventors. We license our technology. And we looked at the potential for this blockchain concept to really revolutionize the water industry by creating smart contracts that would rapidly settle all these transactions and speed things up. Here's the problem. In just, 2030, that's
right.
12 years away, the world will have 40% more demand for water than there is supply, and half of the world's citizens will live in water-stressed areas. The water industry is a $1 trillion water industry worldwide, and it is absolutely interested in servicing that. These are very dedicated people,
right.
but they need better process,
Okay.
better ways to circulate the transactions. And we think that the whole blockchain coin thing, using very technical terms here,
Sure.
is a way to make it happen.
Well, I'm anticipating questions that are being asked by members of our audience right now. What is wrong with the current system that the blockchain system can fix for the water industry?
Okay, here's what's happened. You've had infrastructure falling apart, especially in the United States. Now people have to clean their own water. Well, they don't want to clean their own water, they outsource it.
Right.
Then the outsourcer that they pay needs to get paid. Then how do you measure what's been done?
Okay.
Some dude picks up water and takes it to the lab. There's a mix of practices, also currency issues, countries have restrictions. Business is done. Nothing is done on the blockchain that isn't already being done in the world. It's just more efficient, more reliable, and we think there's opportunities there to create a much faster moving industry that benefits everyone, including us licensors who have a royalty request.
Now, do you have any concerns, because of course you're in the water industry, which is not a volatile industry. You said it takes 12 years for change to be effected, and you're moving now into the blockchain industry space, so to speak, which has been, at least in the last 60, 90 days, very volatile. Do you have any concerns about that as CEO?
Yes, well, first of all, we've retained a top-notch analytical group in London called the Coin Lab. They've been there, done that. They're helping us develop and architect this. We've also filed a patent for this.
Okay.
We're in this thing for the long run. We're not just going, hey, you know, this may take a long time, but let's remember that there are early adopters in every industry, and that's who we want to work with.
So you anticipate that, you know, as I mentioned, the water industry does not move at the speed of sound, but whereas blockchain does. And so you're anticipating that merging the two, so to speak, is going to help drag the water industry, so to speak, into the 21st century?
Yeah, and you know, these concerns, I mean, I really don't want to diss the water industry because they have public health concerns.
Of course.
And scalability, and these are legitimate concerns. But there are players like nonprofits who are willing to take a risk and start, and we think the nonprofits is a good place to start.
So how soon will all of this be implemented?
All right, well, as I say, we're architecting the system now. We are going to take, you know, weeks and months for it to happen. There'll be much more announcements forthcoming. People should go to WaterChain.io and put in their name, and they'll get updates.
Now, people that are doing that, what kind of information can they find at WaterChain.io?
At this time, it's not very fleshed out.
Okay.
Because the architecture step is happening in February, very soon. But there's adequate information about what the heck is this, what's the goal, what are we thinking of doing? How might capital be attracted to, because coins are about capital also, and that might help the water industry.
Well, now, Riggs, as CEO and in your business career, you've always had a reputation of being an early adopter of technology. Have you seen anything as exciting as this blockchain thing coming along?
I thought the internet was great.
Yeah.
And I lived through the dot-com, it was amazing. This is the internet with money, which is a whole other world.
The internet on steroids, so to speak.
Exactly.
Once again, OriginClear, OCLN, more exciting things to come. Riggs, thanks so much.
It's my pleasure.